Now it's quite important with fly lines that you match to the style of fishing you're going to do. We do a legend line which is quite bright, and that's very good to learn with because you can see your loops and the fly line on the water. Great one to learn with. Once you're a little bit more experienced, we tend to use the air fly line, which is a khaki colour. It doesn't frighten the fish as much, a little bit harder to see on the water, but you're going to catch a lot more fish with this. And also a good alternative is our new presentation line. And this, as you can see, is got an orange on the backing line, very good on the water, but near the business end where it lands near the fish is that dull khaki. So you've got the best of both worlds. So match the line for the style of fishing you're going to do, and you're going to catch a lot more fish. So as you can probably see by the background, we're in the same position where we were just before the break when we got that 4 1/4 pounder, and in exactly the same spot another fish has taken up his lie. It's obviously a good feeding spot, so we're going to plonk out the same what's been working so far and see if we can't get him to take it. Well, we wouldn't that cast, but we might help him out a bit, throw it a little bit closer. And he does. So that's worked out pretty well. This one. And we're going to go downstream again, but yeah, you've got to be happy with this. That's why you come to New Zealand. Again, we've just followed him downstream a little. A good solid fish. He could be, well, he seems a little bit bigger than the other one, so it could be a good 4 1/2 or 5. So we'll see how we go. Again, the colours of these, like a lot browner than the first one we got earlier on, and obviously like a, well, I'd imagine a more resident fish. Oh, no, he's still got a bit of going in this one. So again, with this sort of size, we'll try and go head first. Oh no, that was the wrong move then. The beauty of having a net with an attachment, you can throw it away and still be attached if the fish makes another lunge. So keep that in mind. Oh, and we've got him in there. Again, it was tail first, but I just didn't want him to get in that fast water. And he's a good solid fish. For the Mataura, he's an absolute cracker. Absolute cracker. But he's an absolute beauty. And that's what it's about. If you ever wondered why go to New Zealand? Why would you bother, you know, coming to the Southland, you know, with you go on one of Pro Anglers trips or whatever? This is why you do it, to you know, to come across this, a fish like this. What do you reckon? I reckon 5 1/2, 4 to 6. Oh gee. There you go, not even close. He's 7 1/4 pound. And we haven't even got any rocks in there. I don't know if you need to, or you can trust me. Actually, he's closer to 7 1/2. That is an absolute thumper. That's amazing. Well, I won't sort of muck around with him too much. We'll get him back in the water, or you know, out of the net and get him back in there. But this is why you come to New Zealand, to come across fish like that in a river like this. This is a dead set trophy in the Mataura River, so he's an absolute belter. We'll get him out of the net, give you a closer look, and get him back in the water. Well, this is what it's all about, a fish like this in the Mataura. Now, in real life, this is absolutely enormous. I can guarantee you he is enormous. I don't know how big your TV screen is, but through these eyes, he's He's massive, he's massive. Just the depth, it's probably hard to see in the coloration of these. This is a trophy fish out of the Matara, easily the biggest fish I've got in the Matara. And this is just absolutely magnificent. So we've got to make sure it's good to bring him out and get a photo, do all that sort of stuff, but keep them back in the water, you know, so you can get them back in, they can get that oxygen, and they don't get in strife. Because we want this one to live for a long time. You want to catch him and catch him and catch him. You don't want to bang him on the head and show him off and eat him. You know, if you want that, you can order fish and chips from, you know, the pub or something. Catch this fish, put him back, because the enjoyment this bloke's given me is amazing, and I want you to enjoy it as well. So when you get a big fish, don't show it off, put him back in, and let somebody else catch him as well. Or let him go. He is enormous. He is enormous. Just the depth on that. That is a magnificent fish. And that's what it's all about. Catching a fish like that is just awesome. And I think that's a good way to finish a day on a fish like that. We haven't even had a really good rise yet or anything like that, but it's just superb. On the good old trusty blowfly. Funny enough, we sell them in our shop. You might have to duck down and have a look at them. And they look almost unreal, but you put them on and the fish just smash them. So just a great fly to use over here in New Zealand and also in Australia. We've used it in Australia and caught some crackers. So, but funny enough, nothing as good as that one just yet. So that's all we've got time for on the fly with this episode. I hope you've enjoyed Southland and seeing what New Zealand can offer, and I look forward to seeing you next time on The Fly.